Hey guys, I know why you clicked on this video. It's because you're tired of cold outreach. You want to learn how to scale your estimate through paid advertising. So stay tuned in this video. I'll be breaking it down step by step so you guys can implement the system yourself. Not only that, I'll be dropping down a Google Drive doc link with proven B2B ad scripts that you can plug and play and use it when you learn how to run Facebook ads through this video.
Hey guys, in this video, I'll be showing you guys step by step how I'm able to scale my agency through Facebook ads, right? So if you watch this video, you'll be learning the systems and processes which you can use for yourself so that you can scale your own agency with profitable Facebook ads. And not only that, if you stay tuned throughout the whole video, you'll see that I have left a Google Doc document with proven B2B ad scripts that you guys can use for yourself when you're running these ads, full of free value, right? So first things first, the way I'm able to scale my agency is by running Facebook ads, right? And the key thing about Facebook ads and the reason why they're more profitable than doing any other sorts of outreach is because of the fact that people now are coming directly to you for your service as opposed to you going out to those people, right? And definitely what I recommend for people is when you're running this Facebook ads, make sure you have a budget of minimum of $30 a day, right? So that comes up to 900 to in between 900 to $1,000 if my math is correct, right? Because if you spend less than that, you're not going to get the results that you want because you're just not going to get enough appointments. So it just wouldn't be profitable in the long run, right? So I suggest that if you do have the money to spend, run Facebook ads at $33 a day, right? Not only that, when you're running this Facebook ad, you want to make sure that the audience is broad, right? The reason being is because broad is king. Facebook ads used to be difficult in the past. It used to be in a situation where you had to learn all these targeting and all this whatnot and all these things that, required a professional media buyer. But nowadays, when you want to run a Facebook ad, the best thing that you could do is run it broad in your niche at $30 a day. And trust me, you'll start to see some results. And trust me, you'll be able to scale that really fast, right? So, how do you run this Facebook ad? Like, what's the structure of the Facebook ad? Right? So that comes to my next point, right? So how you want to structure your Facebook ad, the first things first is that you want to call out the niche, right? For example, if you're hardscapers, attention hardscapers, calling all hardscapers, attention hardscaper business owner, right? Solar reps and installers, just you're calling out the niche because obviously you want to call out the audience that you want to attract. So first things first, like any ads that you make for your own clients as well, you want to call out the audience that you intend to attract, right? The next thing that you have to put in the ad is that you have to have an offer. And as you can see here, offer is king. You got to have a very good offer in place because these people see these ads everywhere. They see these ads from other agencies. So you're not the only one posting these ads, especially now since SMMA is saturated, right? It's not 2016 anymore, right? You need to have a strong offer. You need to have an irresistible offer, an offer that where people see they want to click and learn more, right? Then you call out your niche, you have the offer, then you're gonna start with the body, right? And body can be anything, just you talking about system and like what makes you different. Because I'm gonna be real, like that body part, they don't really listen to. The only thing that they really listen to is the call out and the offer, right? So if you have a really strong offer, trust me, you're gonna get a really low cost per lead, right? And there's two ways you can go by this, and there's two strategies that I've used and both had success with, right? So first things first, if you want a lower cost per lead because you have a lower budget, right? You would want to run a bait and switch offer, meaning that you say something which you obviously offer, but that is not your real offer. For example, if it's in the case of solar, you'd be like, hey, attention solar reps, get 100 leads and pay after install, right? That's your main offer. And you're going to offer it in the ad, of course, and offer it when you're pitching, but make sure that that's not the main offer, that there's another lucrative offer on the back end, right? And this way you'll get a mixed bag of clients, right? As you can see here, you get a mixed bag, meaning that most of the people, you're gonna attract more unqualified people, but you're also gonna attract really qualified people. So you're gonna be attracting unqualified people for cheaper than you would do with a regular ad. But obviously, this depends niche to niche, and obviously, you have to test out multiple things. And not a lot of people have success with this strategy because it requires a lot of sales skills. Because when people come on the call thinking something else, right? You need to do a better role in building trust and rapport, right? The next thing is, right, so this is one way to go, which is the bait and switch strategy. If you want to lower CPL, and obviously, but you're going to probably attract a mixed bag of audience, right? The next strategy is, just having a regular strong offer in place, like 15 appointments guaranteed, right? Or you don't pay, 15 appointments guaranteed, or work for free. This is a pretty basic offer, but it's still kind of lucrative, like because it's something that people want, and everyone wants some type of risk reversal because clients in their head when they come to this call, if they want to buy something, they want to know that if they don't make their money back, they're still in the same position they were as at the start, so that nothing really changed. But if it were to succeed, that they're obviously in a way better position, right? So that's why you got to have a good risk reversal in place. But with this strategy, you're not doing any lies, no baiting switching, you're just showing them the real offer, right? This strategy will attract a higher cost per lead, definitely, but at the same time it will get you a higher cost per lead, but in the long run it will definitely give you more qualified people and not people who are looking for something else, right? So if you do have more money to invest than $30 a day, I definitely suggest you go this route. So what happened next, right? So next thing, when you have a lead, when you run the Facebook ad, what you want to have is obviously a landing page where people can book themselves in, right? And I'll show you guys afterwards what happens if they don't book themselves in through your landing page. So you want to get them booked in, and how you do that is by having a landing page. And this landing page has to be very simple, right? It just has to call out the audience, call out, say the offer that you said in the ad, so they know that that the landing page is as in regards to what they actually saw, as well as that they need to have a calendar page which is extremely clear, right? Because you want them to see that this is what I do next in order to book myself in and schedule in the call. Right. So just an example here of how like a potential landing page or one of my previous landing pages look like. See, hardscaping business owners, you're one step away from learning how to get 100 potential clients. Right. Reserve your free growth call below. Right. And here we have a very clear calendar so that everyone can see it to make sure that they can book themselves in. Now, what happens next is what you want to have is a thank you page. So you just want to, after they book themselves in, you want a separate page that thanks them for booking themselves in, of course. And only that, you can just put some steps in as to what will happen next, right? Like, for example, here, your strategy section is booked. And what will happen next? Our team members will text you on the number you provided to confirm you booked. We will be out. My brother and I will be attending the call, right? So just so they have an idea of what's going to happen next after when they show up to the meeting, right? And obviously, you want to have go high level automations in place to confirm the booked appointment, right? Because you need these sequences to remind them as much as possible that they have an appointment at that time, because it will drastically help you reduce that no show rate. Because the more they confirm and the more they're reminded about, the appointment that's coming at hand, the more likely they will show up. It's just how it is, right? But if they book it and nothing comes afterwards, they'll just forget, man. So make sure to have some sequences in place to make sure that when they book themselves in, that they're being reminded that they had the meeting at that time. And that can be all automated through Go High Level. And what's the next step? You book in, you have the sales call, and you just do the one call close strategy, right? No two call closes, none of that. Just get anything you can on the call. And as you can see here, just an example of just a 1K close from one of mine, right? Very easy, right? And this is that legit framework that I used, right, to get that 1K. So what happens if, for instance, they do not book themselves in? So you get a lead, but they don't book themselves in. So what you want to do, if you have an appointment setter, or if you're the appointment setter for your own agency, if you still haven't scaled that much, right? You want to have a setter that dials the leads within 5 minutes, right? Or you dial the lead within 5 minutes, right? Ideally, as soon as possible, right? If you are just starting out and you're working on yourself, make sure to call your leads very fast, because if you don't do that, you're never going to reach them. You just know how it is. You explain the same thing to your clients. You got to put in the same effort as you expect for your clients, right? You got to call them immediately so that you can schedule them in, right? If not, right, if they don't get scheduled immediately, you want to have automated email and SMS sequences to reactivate this lead. So, for example, hey, you submitted. Is this John? Is this John? Oh, this is Abdullah from X Y and Z company. We saw you clicked on our ad. just simple sequences, just so that they can know that there's some follow-up system on the back end, so that they can potentially reply to it, and you can also know when to call the lead. So they're constant being hit up through call, SMS, and email, and this way it'll just help you increase that lead to appointment ratio, right? So, for instance, say that they've replied to the automated sequences or the call. What you want to do is you want to pre-qualify the lead, so you just want to call them. Hey, you clicked on our ad, blah blah, and just before you book them in, just get an understanding of the current situation. What have they tried in the past? Why did they click on the ad? What they're exactly looking for, just so that you can kind of pre-qualify them and get a bit of the situational analysis of where they're currently at, to know whether they even have the capacity to take on more work, or they have a capacity to invest into advertisement. Because otherwise, if they don't, then it's a complete waste of your time to hop on the call, right? So just try and pre-qualify them. I suggest you do that pre-qualify when you are making a certain amount of revenue. If not, and you're at the start, just take the call anyways and practice your sales, right? So that's pretty much it. Pre-qualify, book the meeting, and just go back to the one call close. But say hypothetically they don't answer anything, they don't answer your automated SMS, they don't answer your phone calls, right? What you want to do is you want to call these leads 14 days continuously, either yourself or the setter, right? And also send out follow up SMSs and emails for up to 14 days, right? Just simple sequences, just trying to get them to reply, right? Because once they reply, that means they're warm. That means you can call them and book them in immediately, right? So when the lead replies to the SMS or email, what you want to do is instantly call them within 5 minutes again, and just book them in and go back to the one call close strategy. So that's pretty much it. I'll leave a Google Docs document with proven B2B ad scripts, so that you guys can take a look of what is the framework and how the ads have to look like, and just plug and play and just use them onto your own niche when you're running these ads. But just remember to run it broad, and just remember to make sure the copy is tailored towards the audience that you're trying to target, as well as that make sure to not spend less than $30 a day. So that's pretty much it. And this is the same system that I'm using, that is allowing me to close multiple clients consistently, right? However, if you guys are looking for someone to help you, right, just hit me up on my IG. I'm more than happy to help you guys through this process, right, to not waste your time, right? I had a mentor and he gave me all this information, right? And he allowed me to scale super fast because of the fact that he gave me the information necessary for me to scale. So if you're looking for that same information, just give me a message on Instagram and we can hop a call and discuss how we can work together. All right.